Hello, 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 hello. We are here with some summoning circles. The prompt for Inktober today is moon, and I just can't be satisfied doing normal things. So I decided moon to me meant a summoning circle with a ritual going on. So we're gonna make a weird little summoning circle here today. I have a pretty clear idea of it, which I don't normally have a clear idea of that. So that means either it's gonna go super good or super bad. So we'll see, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, that's it. We're gonna make a little demon today. Little demon summoning circle. Hello, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. So let's do this. Let's pop the music back on. I'm just gonna dig. I'm just gonna start digging right into this bad boy. We've got Saf in the chat hanging nice and early. That's what you like to see. And let's go for it. So let me turn the music down just a little bit on my end. And I have a very particular idea of how I want this thing to look. Very, very particular. I went to bed thinking about this. I was really, really thinking today. That was the goal, was to make something that I liked, something that felt right. So, we got ourselves a little plane. We're gonna make another one and rotate it. You're gonna try and make a dragon or a bunny stuffy? Whoa, how are you doing that? How do you do that? How do you make a stuffy? I think the dragon... Oh, you've said bunny. I'm a dummy. Hold on. Hold on. I forgot to put my ears on. My terrible promise that I've made everybody. Alright, we're back. We're back. We're back with the bunny ears. Okay, so we got ourselves some very specific setups here. We're gonna go ahead and just put all this out here to a way that we kind of like. I'm not sure exactly how I want to do all this, but enough to do something. With fabric, some needles, the stuff that goes in the plushies. I used to make stuffies all the time. Yo. Saf, if you took off as like somebody who made stuffies and you became like mega popular, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. That'd make perfect sense to me. Nothing would make more sense to me than that. That's like got your energy to the T. Okay, so let's make ourselves a bay window, which seems really challenging now that I'm sitting here looking at it. I'm gonna try my best to make a bay window. I should be using tab to switch my modes. I should be getting really good at that by now. We'll say that looks about right. Yeah, that seems fine. So the goal here is to do a very specific setup for this guy to work. But in order for it to work, I need to be a little bit careful. We'll say that looks fine. Okay, here we go. We're gonna extrude backwards to make the actual like pane that the window sits in. And then we'll do a little bit of that, and we'll delete, and we're gonna dig in. Whoa, hello. That should be okay. Okay, that is a bay window for sure. We push it in just a little bit. We say, how are you looking? That looks pretty all right to me. I don't know how deep a bay window is supposed to be. I don't know if I've ever experienced a bay window in the real world. I don't really get what a bay window... Like, I get it. I guess I do get it. But I've never experienced one. I'm trying to think. Does anybody I know have a bay window? Maybe my grandma does. I don't go up to New York very often. She's in New York, so... I think she has a bay window. I want to say she does. Beyond that, they're a mystery to me. Excuse me. Okay, that looks usable to me. Actually, that's going to be the one. Okay. So, now they have all these little stuff in them, which I don't love. This is the part that freaks me out a little bit. We're going to go ahead and pop a lot of this stuff down and make the little rim, which I should have done first try, but oh well. I think I actually have a pretty good eye for this kind of stuff. I know you're not supposed to do it this way. I know this is not how it actually works. But if I trust my eye, I can't be that upset about it. That honestly looks perfect. I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it's got its issues, but that looks pretty perfect to me. I'm going to take it. Now, for the rest of this, we got to get the window looking nice. So let's start with you. Like this, and we'll extrude you out. Come on. Come on, don't be crazy. 0.03. Sure, that'll do. That's no problem at all. Okay, now we need the rest of the window to really sit. So things are going to get really weird. We're going to want to do individuals and a little bit more than that. You're going to make a moon today? Yeah, I'm going to actually make the prompt today. I know, it's hard to believe that I can read, but today is Moon Day. I might not actually make a moon. We'll see. I do have different ideas in mind of what I actually want to do. But we'll see. You know me. Always something crazy going on. If I were predictable, I wouldn't be myself. So I guess I just have to stick with what I got, right? Okay, that looks right. I gotta do like the crenellations and stuff, but that looks okay. I'm gonna say it looks all right. That looks pretty good to me. The problem is, the big problem here is I have these intersecting lines in here. Oh wait, maybe I don't. Oh, did they automatically connect? Oh, that's lovely. Problem solved. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. Next up, let's do rim, rim, rim. Oh man, I'm gonna have to do this one very hard. Okay. Okay, be very careful. So negative 0.1 is gonna be our grace on this one. This is gonna work. Every time I begin a new week, man, I have something in my throat. Something in my throat does not want to comply. Every time I begin a new week, I always get this like sense of like, man, I am doing it. And then like 2 days in, we lose it. We freak out. So I'm going to savor that initial first of the week magic while we have it right now. That looks good. This is going to be good. Let's extrude along normals. This is going to look so good. This is going to look so good. I think that looks perfect. Okay, cool. Let's apply scale. Let's get into here, and we're going to do some really wild-looking bevels. And I think that's as much as I want to do on the window. I think we're done on the window. I think I'm getting good at doing frames and windows and stuff, if I'm being perfectly honest. Okay, so let's throw on some auto normal to make this go. I don't know what is in my throat, but it's driving me nuts. Actually, those are pretty big looking holes right there. Actually, I don't love them. I don't love the way that looks. Too much, too much, too much. Way too much. Okay, we're gonna do really subtle ones now. Bam 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 badum 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 bum badum 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 bum bam bam. Whoa, bud. Calm down. Calm down. It's too much. Too much. Better. Actually, I need to apply scale. That's what's going on. Apply scale. Apply scale. There you go. Now you can chill. Now you can chill just a little bit. Does that look better? It doesn't look great. From a distance, it has a cool little vibe to it. And I think that's all we really need to worry about. So those are my windows. They do have this little guy down here. Do I care about it? Do I want to say that these windows open? I don't think I care. I think I don't care. So we're not going to care. Instead, I'm just going to go ahead and put the little slats on the windows. That's going to be the last little step of this. So we got 2 slats everywhere. Let's go for it. Edit. There's 2 of those guys. We'll deal with that in just a second. There's 2 of these guys. 2 of these guys, which looks weird. I don't know why that looks weird. 2 of these guys. All right. You 2 first. GZ. SZ. Done. Hello? Hello? SX. There we go. We're going to do some local shenanigans to make this guy work. And what is that? SX? Yes. And we have to keep note of what we actually used for this because it has to be the same. So am I just going to say 2? I'm just going to say 2 because I'm lazy. And you're the exact same. Didn't work. SX22. Done deal. And then there are little planks of wood. And they do connect to here, but I don't think I care that much, so we're just going to take them as we go. Okay. So let's do all of them. Lots of Kirby music today. It's a Kirby kind of day. Okay, so should be a relatively easy build from here. Should have ourselves this. Could I use control click to do this? Yes, but I'm worried that the mouse is just going to go nuts with it. But I will do a little bit. Actually, it's a lot easier, and I should have been doing this the whole time. There we go. Okay. So we got a little bit of wood on the glass. Can you see the overlap? Not really. How bad does that look? Oh, you can't even see it at all. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Okay, that is our window. Done. Pretty good looking, I would say. Pretty solid stuff. That looks like a genuine window to me, at the very least. Last thing we're going to do is build out the frame for this guy, because the frame actually needs some love as well. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of this, and this. Yo, what the heck? Hello, hup, magahaya, saido, herne, hey. Whatever that means. Hey, Pyro, whatever that means. Glad you're having fun. Topic today stream. Alright, here begins the challenge. We're going to play the game. Drunk or pretending to be drunk. That is the name of the game. Drunk or pretending to be drunk. Which one shall it be? Okay, now it's just Eldritch, which I appreciate. Gotta praise Cthulhu when you get the opportunity. It's not an everyday occurrence, but every now and again you gotta praise Cthulhu. It's more of like a Wednesday thing for me. I'm a Wednesday Cthulhu kind of guy. All right, and we have all of this. I need to remove that. It's all in Lovecraft Ib. So again, I'm playing the game of drunk or pretending to be drunk. Just a game that I'm playing here today. It's just a little game that we're all hanging out, playing. No big deal about it. But that being said, Pyro, how you doing? What you up to? Okay, this should work. To the best of my understanding, it should work. It lowers my poly count quite a bit, which is nice, but it should also make subdivisions easier to work as well. So I think that should be good. You're sober? Pyro, you ever been sober in your life? I'm not sure about this one. Who is Pyro if sober? Is that a thing? Can that be real? Nothing here came to lurk? You are more than welcome to. You are always welcome. That's part of the energy, you know? I want global. Alright. Pyro's off to lurk. We got Joe being a nice sweetheart in chat. That's what you like to see. So what are we doing today? You're supposed to be lurking. Today we're making some Eldritch Nightmares. We're really only making a summoning circle. I'm planning on doing some Eldritch stuff later. But we're going for it. The book box? I don't know what that means. Right now I'm making a window. So what we're doing is making a window for the actual prompt, which is the moon, to look through. But once we settle that, I'm pretty much going off the deep end. And I'm going as fast as possible today because I know I'm going to run out of time. Dub up box? What does that mean? What are we talking about? Alright. My man is speaking in riddles today. Whoa, hello, chill, chill, chill. I kind of like that being a flat face, so we're going to keep that flat, but everything else can get good. Everything else can get a nice little curve to it. So we're going to go like this, all the way around. Can you just work? Clamp overlap, go to max, and let's just throw some guys in here. And say, how does she look? Looks good. Looks a lot better. Just do it. Just get it done. My gosh, I don't know why it takes so many effort or so much effort just to like move a slider. But we did it. It's a cabinet haunted by a Debuk, Jewish spirit, not a good thing. You live in a Jewish place and find a box, don't open it. Got it. Is that the plot for the movie Pandora's Box? Not Pandora's Box, sorry. Is it called Pandora? What's the one where it's like a little girl and she goes to a yard sale and she buys a box. And the box ends up being haunted and has like cicadas and stuff in it. And she opens it and she gets possessed by something. And they need a rabbi to come and like exorcise her. Is that called Pandora? I think it's called Pandora. That movie's nuts. That movie's really good. You know, that movie branded itself as like a traditional horror movie. And I'm not a big fan of like traditional horror. But it was good. That's a good movie. All right. So we should be able to do the exact same thing as before. Cut 5 vertices. What? 5. That's a weird number. But I'll take it. I don't care that much. That's a good looking window. That is a pretty good looking window by my standards. I'll round the outside of the window as well while I'm looking at it. We're going to round all of this. I think I remember the movie, but not the name. It was good. It was good. It was pretty good. I can't be mad at it. It did its job pretty well. We'll say 5 on this, grab it, and we're done. And you look at that, and that's not a bad looking little break. I think if you are somebody who designs windows for a living, you would look at this right here and say this is ugly, and I agree with you. I'm not about to learn how to make windows to fix that. So, sorry. Not happening. Oh! Okay. I need a haircut. I went and visited my mom yesterday. I went and said, hello, mother, how are you doing? And my mom told me I needed a haircut, and I kind of agree. I do like having longer hair, but it is getting in my eyes, and it is hard to tame. So probably time for a haircut, despite my best efforts to keep it long. Okay, so we got ourselves a window. I love it. It looks good. If somebody was complaining about fake 3D model windows, that person should find a hobby. I think their hobby would be window making, right? I think they would have a hobby. Also, I think I like a little bit of pushback. I like hearing what people have to say about my stuff. At the end of the day, my goal is not to skirt by. I've done a lot of weird stuff in my life, but at the end of the day, nothing that I've done has been for the sake of simplicity or for validation. I'm not really somebody who likes getting validation without deserving it. So I'd be okay if somebody criticized my window. It wouldn't bother me. Okay, that's probably got to be the look, I think. I think that is our shot right there. I'm inclined to do a little bit one-off, but I don't want to do it. I think I saw one of those transmutation circles in Full Metal Alchemist. I'm not sure, but I would not bet an arm or a leg on it. I don't know. One of them does look very Full Metal Alchemist. You know, something I really like about this. I was looking at this earlier. I love that the symbols repeat themselves. I think when people make stuff like this, they have like a lack of wild random number generation in their head, and people over-design these things a little too much. repeating the symbol is kind of like, yeah, that probably would happen in like an incantation-based magic. We repeat words all the time. Why would you not repeat a magic spell? So I like that. I'm a big fan of that one. All right, let's shade this guy up. Well, my joke was wasted here. I bet you haven't seen it. Yes, I get it. I didn't get it at first, but I do get it now that you're saying it. You wouldn't bet an arm or a leg on it. I understand. It is a good anime. Brotherhood, wow, Brotherhood is better than the original, and I will take nothing else as an answer to that. Okay, we got ourselves a little bit of mahogany that sits on these windows, and this mahogany honestly isn't that good looking. I kind of hate this mahogany, but we'll deal. So let's go ahead and grab all of this. There we go. We got ourselves a little bit of a wall, and now let's do a little bit of windows. I would give a daughter and a dog to unsee it so that I can see it again. That's like Watch Mojo's like top 10 saddest anime moments. I think it's... I would go out of my way to say that the girl turned into a dog is probably like one of the least organic aspects of that show. If they removed that, I would be like, the show's better because of it. It just doesn't feel very genuine. It feels very like shock content for no reason. Which I'm not a fan of shock content, I guess, is at the end of the day how I feel. I don't really do that kind of stuff. I like subtlety. I like having to work for my fiction. That does it for me. Well, that moment was important. Yeah, I mean, you have to rewrite the whole show to make it work, but I just feel like it was a little not useful to the story. I'm not saying that it's like imperceivably bad. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and add some alpha to this bad boy. There we go. Moon's in the background. So now we're gonna work on the moon in just a little bit. To show what people could do to just keep a job and money, even sacrifice some daughter and a beloved dog. Yeah, but I think we're, okay, at least in the United States, we're starting to get to that level where people are getting desperate for money. I mean, I think that's always existed. I think it's artificial. I'm not saying the US is actually poor. Don't get me wrong. There's places way worse off than the United States. I'm not saying that at all. But I think people in the United States are feeling desperate for whatever reason. And I don't think anybody's close to, like, selling off their daughter. I don't think that's going to be a thing that happens anytime soon. But I don't know. Maybe I don't know how stuff like that works. Okay, that's gonna be my mahogany, I think. Does it look great? I don't know. I'm having a hard time registering this. It looks fine, is what it looks like. So we'll take that as a fine. And then the wall is the last little bit that I gotta work on, but we'll do that in just a moment. Let's do the floor first. So, the floor is the mahogany, but we're going to double it, and we're going to call this mahogany planks. US is getting closer and closer to Poland, you know. Hello, Red, I'm getting work done, but I wanted to say hello. Hey, you are perfectly fine. At the end of the day, all I want is for you to be productive, so keep on keeping on. I'll catch you around when I catch you around. All right, so we got ourselves some mahogany planks. Let's seal the deal. Mahogany. You gotta love mahogany. Beautiful wood. It's not a great looking mahogany. It's a little wishy-washy, but I hold no candle to this. All right. Oh, the roughness is gonna be weird. Clear coat roughness is gonna look weird when I do this. Oh well, we'll manage. It's nothing I can't make work. So we need a brick texture, correct? Correct. Probably with object coordinates, but I could probably just spoof this without having to worry too much about it. So I think I'm just going to spoof it without worrying too much about it, is what I'm going to do. From Melkor 7? Alright, that's a reference I do not understand. Can you explain that one to me? Oh. Oh no. Oh no, this is gonna be tough. Oh, this one's gonna be hard. DBZ abridged? You have big DBZ abridged energy. Oh, this is gonna suck. This is gonna be the worst thing ever. Alright, here we go. Strap yourselves in, folks. I'm gonna have to make this one work. Oh, I'm sure there's some fancy nonsense with like separate X, Y or something that I could do. I'm gonna do it the shotgun approach because I have way too much going on today to try and think about all this. I know there's a more clever solution than what I'm doing right now. We're aware. We're all aware that there is something better than what I'm doing. But I don't have the ability to do it, and I'm not going to do it. There we go. We got ourselves a little bit of a tile set up here. In fact, I'm going to go even crazier. We're going to make really nice deep tiles. If I were crazier, I would put a texture in there, and I think I should. You love DBZ abridged? That was such a different era, wasn't it? Those were different times. Plank ends on wall. That works. Okay, so. Oh, I do need to fill it with something. I don't want to do that. Oh well, we'll get there. There we go. That looks a little bit better. I kind of want to put a little bit of weirdness to it, but I don't know if it's a good idea. We'll try. At the end of the day, we'll try. Let's get the sizing right. Before we do literally anything, let's get the sizing right. Also, we want our offset to not be so weird looking. So let's do like a 0.75. I'm going to do like a 1.5, and then we're going to scale this guy up. Too much. Too much up. Let's do an 8. Can I change the offset organically? Is that a good idea at all? Hold on, hold on, hold on. All right, we're about to get weird with it. I was staying away from the weirdness for a while, but the weirdness calls. Weirdness calls as it always does. I try my best to be a normal human being. I try to live a normal life, and the weirdness just calls. And I can't help but answer. It is my compulsion. Alright, let's put a vector on this wave and see what we get. We're gonna get weird nonsense, aren't we? I'm clinching. It doesn't look like anything. That doesn't look that bad. Oh, it looks terrible. Never mind. Hey, thank you for the save, David. You know what? I don't hate the way that looks, if I'm being perfectly honest. What I need now is to do... a little bit of width. And I might need to put a clamp on here, but I think this will work. Please work. Please work. Please work. I don't even know what it's going to look like. I can't even predict what this is going to look like. That doesn't look that bad. Oh, Animal Crossing. We are about to enter the golden age of Animal Crossing. Finally, Animal Crossing is getting an update that is useful for us. Hey! Hello, Simo. Hello, David. How's it going? It's going pretty good. I didn't sleep good last night, but honestly, who needs sleep at this point? I've been feeling pretty good. Yeah, that's terrible. Nope. I'm going to stick with the basic. We're going to stay really basic with this. We're going to keep it really basic. And now we can just pop you up, and we're going to do it just the hard way, just the worst way that you can think imaginable. Am I going to crash it? No. There we go. A and T's here too. We got everyone. Was there like a second post? Why did everyone show up all at the same time? It's kind of random. Let's go ahead and post all of this. Oh, I hate how slow it's loading. This is going to be a hard one to render. This is a complicated setup, I suppose. Okay, so we're back. We're here. It should look normal, except I need to change this black to white. Otherwise, we're good. We all have ESPN. Everybody has ESPN. You all are tuned into the channels. I'm just going to go full-on mortar smooth. I don't think there's any reason not to do it at this point. And we look at this, and that looks pretty good. I hate how uniform it is. I do kind of hate how uniform it is. I wish I could change that, but I don't know how I would even begin to think about changing that. I will not be taking questions at this time. Fair. Fair, I suppose. What? What on earth is happening? Squash should be like 0.4. It shouldn't be any even amount because I don't want overlap. Might even be like 0.43. That does make it look slightly more random, but it isn't as crazy as I want it to be. Nailing this does matter. And I am going to put effort into it, because it does matter. It is going to give us what we want. Also, I think frequency is exactly what I wanted. I wasn't thinking about it as consciously as I think I should have, but I think this is correct. What? I don't understand how bricks work at all. Every time I do this, I have an idea of what it should look like in my head, and it doesn't capture it all. It like looks so random. 0.45, right? Like, what is all this? Why are there double bricks? What is this? What is this? Why is it doing this? Where's that coming from? What is happening? Why are you doing this? It's like kind of cool, but it looks so weird. It's because of the offset? So let's make the offset super weird. It's still keeping this one the same though. I'm gonna set the offset to like 7.2. Why is that one staying the same? Let's put the offset at like 9, right? What's that gonna do? Just when you think you've understood how nodes work, a brick comes around and just like blows your mind. That just looks so weird. Why are these two hugging each other? Why are they not moving? What? Like, bias isn't going to do anything, of course. Put the frequency to 1. Yeah, but then it's going to repeat, right? I don't want that. It's going to be a straight line. It's not a straight line. What on earth is happening? Let's look at this from top down. What is actually happening? Let's put squash frequency to 1. I think squash might be the problem. Oh gosh. Could have told you that was going to happen. I didn't mean to go to 12. Alright. Autosave, thank you. Let's look top down. Let's get our texture correct. Thank God for Blender's autosave. What would I do without you? Okay, we're in shader nodes. Go top down. We got everything turned off. We're looking great. Yeah, that was a Blender crash. That was a crash. Eevee is kind of notorious for crashing if you try and change values while it's white like that, which is annoying. Stream is pretty laggy, by the way. I have no dropped frames on my end, so I don't know what to tell you there. It might be yours. Yeah, my CPU is looking good. My FPS is looking good. Everything looks good on my end, so I don't know what to tell you there. We did it. Okay, this has to be an even amount. They both have to be weird. Oh no, then it caps out. Why? It's like over it. It gets mad. Okay, whatever. I don't care. We'll do 3. Fine. You want to play hardball? I'll play hardball. I don't care. It's not that important. Yeah, sure. That's going to be it. That's going to be our boy. And I'm going to do 0.5. Oh, don't do that. 0.55. No! Why? And then they went back and they don't read. What? What on earth? Bum bum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum. All right, I just got to find something that works and stick with it. I'm not going to learn how brick works today. This is way too weird for me. Look at this. There's no straight lines anywhere. No straight lines, right? They're all wavy. They're all weird. Oh, okay. I can work with this. Done. Done deal. I'm not touching it. We're done. That's it. Problem solved. Now, we need this. I am going to touch it one time. 0.4, 3, 4.5, and 2. 0.45 and 2. 0.45. Okay, you're done. 0.4, 0.45, and 3. And we're done. We're done. What on earth? It did it again! We went and looked, and there was nowhere that it repeated. Nowhere. There was nowhere that it repeated. And now, voila, it's repeating. Why? It has a mind of its own. are you doing this? All right, you're 0.6 now, right? And I bet you're repeating somewhere else. Let's do 0.65 because I'm mad. There's another one that's repeating. Why? 0.57. What is this? 0.61 it is. I swear. So nothing's repeating. I'm looking at this. It's close, but it's not repeating. 0.61 all the way down. Nothing's repeating. I swear, if you switch to repeating when I do all this, I'm going to lose my mind. All right, we're good. We're here. We're done. I'm 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 done. Okay, problem solved. Please don't change magically like you were earlier. Cool. That looks pretty good, actually. It looks a little silly there, but I do not care to fix it at this point. Next, let's make, what comes next? Let's do the wall first. And then we do clouds, the moon, and then the summoning circle. Okay. So, wallpaper. We want to make some really dingy looking wallpaper. And I think I have just the way to do it. We want that sort of like hyper gloss, like stripey sort of wallpaper. So, we're gonna go like this. Bada boom, bada boom. Should be looking pretty solid. There we go. There's that old traditional wallpaper that everyone hates. That really ugly looking wallpaper. Too small. There we go. Perfect. And it's balanced on either side of the window, so it looks like somebody actually applied it correctly. Pretty good looking. Let's use a mix RGB right here. And I'm going to dinge up this wall because this is an old haunted house, of course. So you can't have a haunted house without some dingy wallpaper. I feel like this should track pretty well. Okay, so first things first, let's throw on a color ramp right here. And we'll make the majority of this invisible. And we're going to do maybe a color burn. I think is going to be the better one. Cool. Okay, let's get our colors right. So the white clearly has to be off-white, which isn't working. That's because of the color burn, I'm pretty sure. So we'll get back to that in just a moment. And then we're going to make this like a navy sort of weird, gross blue, because that seems like a color that you would have on a wall like this. Might be a green as well, but I don't know. I'm going to resist. Okay. Detail high, dimension low to like 0.75. Scale is bigger. Very few little guys. And if I make this brown, I think that's going to create a certain kind of color. Actually, I want the opposite of brown because we're using a color burn, right? So it should be this. That works. I'm I mean, I think that looks pretty good. It's not perfect. I wouldn't go out of my way and say that this is the best looking wallpaper I've ever made. But I think it's all right. Might even lower that amount a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't want to live here. I'll put it that way. Let's actually make the factor based off of this. Right? That should create, like, sections of it. Yes. And if I throw a color ramp in here and we tune it, we should be good. Give it that kind of moldy, gross look. And then the white can be dropped down to like a gray. That looks all right to me. That looks all right to me. Okay, perfect. Now, the question is, do we want this color scheme for the wall? I don't know if it looks dingy enough, if I'm being perfectly honest. I'm gonna try one more. If I grab another mix RGB, pop you in here, grab another color ramp, put you here, throw the Musgrave on there, and then we're just gonna do a slight little darken. Very, very slight. Oh, that looks perfect already. Let's do a darken. And we're going to do our best to make it everywhere. Not exactly how I want that to look. We want it to be like a brownish kind of color, which I think should just work. And I kind of want it to be everywhere, but I don't think it's going to let us do that. If I just pop this in straight without a color ramp, it might give us a little bit more. What is this going to do? There we go. That's the look. That's the look right there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. There we go. That's a dingy man. Okay, cool. Perfect. And then when we light it, it should be a lot darker than that. So problem solved. Cool. I think that's done. That looks proper dingy to me. Next comes the outside. So let's grab our moon. The moon is going to be moved back quite a bit. Made really big. There we go. That's our moon. Am I going to keep the moon looking like a plane? I think I am. Although I can't edit it if I do that, which is what I really want to do. So let's redo this. Oh, we goofed it. I should have done it all in one go. I didn't think. What I can do is just grab this and put all the location data on here, and then we'll scale it. I think that'll be just fine. There we go. That looks just fine. Perfect. Let's get rid of the moon. Got ourselves a plane. I'm going to assign the plane to the texture of moon. We're gonna grab our image texture and throw it on. And we'll get going. Let's see. Desktop. Where's the moon? Are you the moon? What are you? What are you? Yep, that's the moon. Okay, perfect. Ba, 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 da, 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 da. No, 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 no. Ba, ba, da, ba, da, ba, da. Now, this is a little awkward because I need it to be really strict with where it puts its invisibility. Sure. Will that work? That looks pretty good to me, I think. It's a little awkward looking, but I think it won't matter. If we do constant, that's fine. This will be fine. We'll do it just like that. Okay, cool. Problem solved. So let's go ahead and plug it into our emission and make sure that we get something that we like. Emission strength should be pretty strong. We want a pretty bright looking moon out here. It looks a little awkward. If I grab you and scooch you on over just so we don't see that little guy right there. Sure, that'll be the way we do it. Bam, 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 bam. Do, 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 do. I think that's done. I think that's our moon as best I'm gonna do it. I could try and make a moon. I might try and make a moon later, but for the time being, I think that's the moon. Done. So let's call that a done deal. Next up comes the summoning circle, which we have to go and make somewhere else. So let's go make a summoning circle. This is the part that I've been dreading all stream, but honestly, you do what you can. Okay. Come on. What is happening? Where are you? Let's do this thing. So we're gonna go to Inkscape as per the norm. Oops, I'm using Blender controls. Hold on. One of these days I will come in here and edit this to not use Blender control or to use Blender controls exactly, but for the time being, I cannot be bothered to remember. Now, we need a color to represent our magic circle. Off the top of my head, red is definitely the best color. So I'm going to grab a red, and we're going to hope and pray that red is what we want, so that we don't have to go and redo all this. I'll do like a purpley kind of red. Stroke style, let's make it like a 4. Four seems a little dramatic. Let's do a 2.5. Okay. So, first things first, what I need to do is take this one step at a time and really sit and think about what we're doing. So this needs to be 2.5. And it needs to be centered with this guy. And I learned how to do text in the way that we wanted. So I'm just gonna write some random stuff. We're gonna grab our color. I can grab you, and we can do... Oh, why is everything so complicated? Text. Put on path. There we go. Put on path, but I want it below. So instead, I'm going to do this. You put on path. And now I need it to be further away from the path. Hello? Okay, I don't know how to make that work. So now we gotta write some magic text. If anybody has any ideas for magic spells, please let me know. Because I need some magic text to put around this circle. But I'm gonna get to that in a moment. Let's see here. We got a star. We got a star, and it needs to be upright. Which way is up? Which way is up for a star? What? There we go. Perfect. It's going to be super sharp. Yep, that's what I wanted. Sharp. Sharp. 0 on the roundedness. It's going to be very dramatically sharp. Sure, that'll be how we do it. Oh, it has an outline. That's why it's being weird. Get rid of that. We don't want an outline. There we go. Now we're going to grab you and put you onto here. Let's bring you out. Like that. You know what? Now that I'm looking at it, I think it does actually have, I think it does actually have an outline. And it has no filling. I think that's what a star would look like. Off the top of my head. Stars are weird, man. What the heck is going on? Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and just bring that down a little bit. We can go ahead and grab our fill stroke line, drop the stroke down to the one we like. And now we can just go for it. So what I need is little circles. Little circles distributed around here. This is gonna be terrible. I have to fill this with white. Do I actually know what I'm doing? I don't think I do. I don't think I actually know what I'm doing. I'm kind of going off the seat of my pants. Which is not an expression that anybody actually uses, but it's an expression that I'm using. So we're doing it all by eye, which again is not how you're supposed to do things, but if I don't understand Blender, I definitely don't understand Inkscape. So we're just going purely based off of visual reference. For the most part, I'm following that curve right there. That's how I'm judging if I'm in the right spot or not. And I messed up, so we're gonna redo that one. Okay, boom. That is good enough for my purposes. There's my little magic circle. So let's do one more. Create stars and polygons. What do I want? A 5x5 and an 8x8 gives me a 10 point. Let's do a 10 point. There we go. There's that. And you're going to be a polygon of 10. I don't know what that is. I don't know how that works. We'll do it like that, I guess. Sure. Whatever. We'll put you down here. and make you just a little bit bigger. Right there should be good, and you're going to be the exact same stroke weight as everything else, 2.5. And now I'm going to drop you down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on. Sure, that'll work. That's a weird look. Huzzah! Have we made something that looks very strange? We sure have. Do I like it? I don't know. What I'm gonna do is just the worst thing I can think to do. And it's gonna be to copy all these and to turn them How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do this? This doesn't make any sense to me. Just rotate them. R. Nope. That's not a thing. Just rotate them. Is there a button for rotate? Object. Transform. Transform. There we go. Rotate. Hey, there we go. 45 degrees. Thank you. Let's do it. Happen, please. I think I have to group them. Oh, there we go. Hey. Okay, that'll work. Oh, perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, done. Done deal. And then we stick them where we like them, right in here. Dare I say, that looks like a magic circle. It's not a good-looking magic circle, but it is a magic circle. That is something. This is usable. At the very least, it's usable. That's all I was hoping for at the end of the day. And we've done it. We've made something usable. So I'm going to say it's done. Okay, cool. So let's write some text here. So the text is going to be by the moon and the 7 stars I summon thee, and then just a random demon's name. Ithmius. Okay, done. That is how I'm choosing to do this. And now I have to make sure that it looks correct. So let's give it the right font. Something wild looking, something big, brash, bold. And now I need to raise it up a little bit. This is the hard part. This is the part I don't know how to do. Tricky, 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 tricky. This is a tricky one. Start a new job today. Gotta say, it seems pretty cool. What is it? What are you doing? What on earth is this? Why don't you... Oh, no. Graphics for cars? You were talking about this. I remember you talking about this. That's awesome. So you've properly quit the old job, is what I'm understanding. You know what? It's connected to this, right? Or it's connected to this one, right? Indeed it is. How did they handle the news of you leaving? Were they beat up about it, or were they like, whatever? Did they say anything about you leaving? Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. I got it. I got it. I know what's going on. Nothing and nothing. And now we're going to copy you. Put you just dead set right on there. They were super cool about it? Well, that's nice. That's the best thing you can hope for, right? Quitting a job can always be kind of, can always be kind of nuts. Quitting my last job took forever. I was just so like, I don't want to do this. And it wasn't a nice job. They weren't good to me. But just there's something about like putting people out. Because at the end of the day, I don't care about the managers or anybody like that. But there are the people who have to do your job when you leave. And it's hard to be like, sorry. Good luck. I struggle with that. I really struggle with that. We had a good discussion about why I left and how they can do more to improve. Is that a cultural difference? Like, is that just a cultural thing? Because we don't really have that over here. That's definitely not a US thing, to say the least. Okay, that looks really good. Now I got to get the right font and make sure that everything looks okay. So let's get a font that we like. That font looks a little too silly for me. Let's get something really wild looking. That's too obvious. I don't want to spend too long on this, but nailing this is going to matter a lot. So I do need to like take a little bit of time just to make this work. Okay, I hate to say Tolkien is going to work, but Tolkien's definitely going to work. Like, look at this. Look how good that looks. And we'll go ahead and give it a 36. Actually, I can give it more than that. We're going to give it a 40. I hate to go 48. We're going to give it a 48, and I'm going to do just the craziest thing. I'm going to lower the line weight a lot. Okay, it's just rotating. It's not actually doing anything. No. Probably just a difference between a boss that cares about a good job versus one that doesn't. I hope it's not a cultural difference, I suppose. I've had a lot of bad bosses in between in my life, so I guess I'm just used to that. I've worked a lot of weird jobs for sure. Is this a good idea? I feel like this is a bad idea. Yeah, we're going to not do that, but I am going to do this. This is fine. I don't care that much about the sketch. I'm like stressing over the details, but honestly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, let's make some magic symbols. We're going to cap this off by making a couple of magic symbols. So, off the top of my head, I can think of a few. Oh, not what I wanted. I wanted to use a pencil sketch. And we're going to really get in here. And this is where people who use tablets are very upset with me because I'm not a tablet user. Okay. Nope, 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 nope. Actually, it doesn't look like that, does it? It looks like this. Boy, that looks terrible, doesn't it? Oh, no. Does this make more of like a... Oh, that looks a lot better. Yes. Why is it disappearing? Why is it disappearing? Why can't I keep it? Why can't I keep this? This makes no sense. Let's see. If there is a rhythm to this, hit enter. Hit space. Hit right. Say done. Please be done. Work. Oh, it's... Oh. We're silly. We're silly. We're silly. It was my fault. Okay. Do it again. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. There we go. Perfect. This will be great. Let's make these work. So, number 1. First magic symbol I can think of. Oh, this is going to look great. This is going to look so good at the end of this. Okay. That is nothing. I just made that one up. Let's do an actual real one. It is this way first. No, this way first. No. It's an L. It's L position down, up, around. What are you? Is this correct? Yeah. Le. There's a le. Let's use classics. Some really old classics. Ooh, I don't like how small those look. There we go. Old classics. That one looks kind of bad, unprofessional compared to the font weight of everything, but at this point, I don't care too much. Okay, next up. There was one I had in mind that I've forgotten. Oh, I want to do Brimstone. Brimstone is just so good. Brimstone's a great one. All right, what are you going to be? Last of this series should be like a Z symbol. There we go. And now we got the inner circles. Okay, so simple stuff. Very simple stuff. Very, very simple little guys. What is like alchemical mercury? Doesn't it look like... Doesn't mercury look like this? Isn't that mercury? I don't know. I'm using that. Okay, 2 more. Now we're getting weird. We're getting in the weird stuff. The will to put a cross in here is very strong, but I'm going to refuse. I will do... There's this guy. Oh, how do you do this? And then last but not least, which one can I come up with now? Quickly look around the room, try and make something work, try and think about how I want this to look. Double X is usually a good one. I like a double X. Crisscross applesauce. You know how it goes. Okay, I think that's our magic circle. Done. I think that's it. This makes it look kind of silly and cartoony, but I kind of think I want a little bit more detail, so cartoony it is. There he is. There's the magic circle. Is it good? I don't know. It's weird. It's very weird looking. Okay, let's call it. So I'm going to go ahead and save this just in case I have some issues with my export. So we're going to save this as whatever. And let's go ahead and select everything, and we're going to export it. Selection to my desktop, please. Export. We have a lot of white. We do have a lot of white. Let me try that real quick. This should work. This should be fine. The more I think about this, the more I'm like, yeah, this is fine. This will work, no problem. I just have to pop it in, make the background white, which I should have done in Inkscape, but I didn't because I'm silly. The magic circle looks really great. Well, thank you. Very appreciated. I think we're going to like the result at the end of this guy. I'm feeling pretty comfortable with this. We're running close on time, but we've been over on time like every single day, so I'm not that worried about it. I will say I am worried about the setup here, so I'm going to resize the canvas. Holy cow, that's huge. This is the biggest texture I've ever made. Why is it so big? Okay. There we go. Now we don't have to worry about getting a little bit of crossover here. And honestly, let's resize this whole thing down to like 3,000. There's no reason it needs to be that big. There we go. Looks pretty good. Okay, perfect. Save you as is, as a PNG, please. Please don't save as a Krita turned PNG. It did. Oh, I hate when it does that. Export. Thank you. And back to Blender. Okay, we did a large bisection to get here, but we are back. We are back, baby. Okay, magic circle time. Oh, I have to make candles as well. Oh, and I want to make a little demon. Oh, we're totally gonna run out of time today. Okay, chill. Just do what you gotta do first. So we're gonna look like this. GZ all the way down to the ground. And now we're gonna give you magic circle as our texture. We're gonna add an image texture. It's going to be magic circle, which is called Path 833. Does that work? That does indeed work. Okay. Let's go ahead and give our emissions the correct thing, and we're also going to plug it into our alpha. But we're going to take the alpha and reverse it using a color ramp. Oh, and I have to give it alpha blend as well. There we go. There we go. Perfect. How does that look? Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy looking. Whoa. All right, grab our camera. Let's go up a little bit and rotate down just a little bit so we can see a little bit more of that magic circle. It's interesting, to say the least. It's a weird one. It's pretty strange looking. But I kind of like it. Okay, I'm going to stick with it. This is fine. All is well. So now we make candles. Yeah, we got something going on. Is it good? I don't know. But we got something going on. So now I gotta make candles. Let's make a bunch of candles. You like it? Well, I appreciate that. Okay, you're gonna be called floor. You're gonna be called magic circle. You are plain. You are wall window. Everything is very Spartan. We've made a very simple looking file here, which I am not displeased about. A little happy that things are easy today. Okay. All right, candle time. Candles, candles, candles. Let's go ahead and do a little SZ to make it tall. Let's go ahead and apply scale, go over to sculpt, check what our dimensions look like. They look fine, and we can now begin going for it. All right, candle. Let's make a candle. Make ourselves a candle. All right, that is already a pretty decent looking candle. We're gonna just go ahead and bring the wax out a little bit. There we go. Just the world's fastest candle you've ever seen. We're speedrunning candles today. I think that is pretty good looking for a candle, honestly. I'm gonna add a little divot here. Actually, I hate doing it like that. Let's add a divot like this. Just like that. And then we're gonna go ahead and just round it out just a little bit. Done. Done deal. Cool. Candle number 1. Done. Am I going to use this candle 5 times to make more candles? You bet I am. Because I am lazy. Okay. 5 candles. Let's go. So, we're making candles. When I think of a candle now, I want to think that we want to push up on some of these boundaries. get a little bit more of a wax drippy kind of look here. So we're going to push this way now. And we're going to push that angle out. Hey, thank you for the hydrate, Saf. All right, let's get ourselves going. Let's make a little fat base for this guy. We want ourselves a nice little rigid base for this boy. Just a little bit of that all the way around. And then we're going to cut it a little bit. Whoa, too much. Just cut this guy up just a little bit. Reapply it. Smooth. That guy keeps wanting to get in my way. And we have ourselves what is mostly a candle. Okay, I think that's done. That's a candle. He's a weird looking candle. He actually looks kind of bad now that I'm thinking about it. Let's push this part in. Round all that out. There we go. Better. That's a candle. 2. Let's work on 3. Okay, so now we have 2 candles that have sort of a vibe with each other. Let's make like a destroyed last little bit of a candle. So we're gonna make like a little tea light. Little tiny guy. Just a little guy. All right, there he is. Now, when candles get really small, they always kind of get nuts. So I think we might want to do a little bit of like bridging up here. Like that. Okay, that'll work. Sure, that looks fine. And now we mangle him up just a little bit so he looks real. That's not what I wanted. Okay, doesn't want to work super realistically, so I'm going to make it a lot more shallow than I was before. And this is just going to be the tiny little guy. Okay, that looks like a little junk candle right there. That actually looks pretty nice. I'm a fan of that. I can live with this. Next. I think I only want to make 4 candles because I'm going to repeat maybe 1 or 2 of them. I think I don't care that much. And I think repeating them is going to be just fine for me. So let's stick to that. Let's not think too hard about it. There we go. This is the worst looking candle I've ever seen. Hold on. Why does he look so crazy? All right, up we go. Do I think that's a good-looking candle? I don't hate the way he looks. He's fine. I think he'll manage. Does that look bad? Yes. Let's put that side back up and let's say that's it. Done. Cool. Shade smooth. Get one last look at them. Fun fact, if you are trying to compare your work and you're trying to really see if your work is good or not, you should take your objects and you should look at them very closely as you normally would. You look all around them and then you go up to object and you transform them and you mirror them on an axis and you check them that way. But I don't care enough to do it, so I'm not doing that today. But fun fact, mirroring your artwork is a really good way to see if it actually looks good or not. So we'll all keep that in mind moving forward. Okay, we got some candles. Just some little candles floating around in here. Getting them all to be the same size is pretty important, but I don't care that much. Just little baby candles everywhere. Now, candles are fun because the way that you actually end up noting them is really intensive on your computer. So I think I'm going to take a shorthand on them, but we'll see how it looks before I make any false promises. And now I'm going to take you and copy you and just bring you on over to this little foreground. I think that's it. Done. Now, should I put a candle over each of these circles or should I let them be kind of random? You know what? I'm going to put them over the circles. The more I'm thinking about it, that's a better idea. That's like definitely how it would work in like a real summoning circle. So that's what we're going to do. Although I'm going to off-center this one a little bit just to be weird. Okay, boom. That's kind of cool. That's a good little look right there. You can come down just a little bit. Good look. Okay, good looking. Now let's do the flames, which I will do here. Okay, so the way I think to do a flame, I've done flames a lot in the past using volumes, but one, volume doesn't work in Eevee, so I won't be doing volumes here. And two, I think the volumes actually look kind of bad, so I'm not going to do them at all. Instead, the new procedure for me is going to be this. So that's a flame. There she is. We're going to push her over onto these candles. Hello? There we go. I'm just going to grab a flame for each of these guys. And I have a little trick, I think, to make them work. So that should be fine. Sure, that'll do. That'll do, pig. So we're going to keep grabbing candle and plane 1. Wait, why isn't it? Melty candles? Just a little bit of melty candles. Melty blood. Okay, so now it should be relatively simpler. In fact, I'm just going to place these manually. I think I can do it faster this way. So I'm just going to take it upon myself to place each of these guys manually. There's no reason to be precise with our measurements. I don't care that much. I cannot be bothered. And this is infinitely faster. Okay, boom. Now we go to you, and we just raise you up to the distance that we like, which is too big. And we grab each of you and just stick you on your appropriate candle. Okay, so I have these little candles here with their little guys inside of them. Now what I'm going to do is grab each of these planes and we're going to add conditional tracking to them. So we're going to track them to the camera. And what they should do is lean slightly. So let's grab each of these and let's grab you. And can I link constraints? You cannot. Okay, never mind. So we're just going to track to camera each time. Track to camera. And then I think we're done. Whoops, not what I wanted. Camera. Okay. So now if I look at them, they should all be looking directly at me, which is good. So now I don't need to worry about the dimensions between them. They should be as flat as possible. You shouldn't be seeing any side views. So I think that's a good look. And then let's go ahead and shade them up. So I'm going to grab one of you. And we're going to make this candle flame. We're going to do a Musgrave. Pop it out. Thank you. I'm going to give it a color ramp of a bunch of different colors. Set it to the emission. And also set it to the base color. And the goal is to make it look like fire. So we're gonna do like a red all the way to like a white yellow. And I will go ahead and do HS so we can do kind of a gradient between them. And then the goal is to make it look as hyper realistic as we can, which I think is going to be slightly impossible. There's a lot of red for sure. I wanted less red. The goal was less red. Why does it look so bad? Why do you look so bad? Maybe I should apply scale. There we go. That looks really bad. Why does that look so bad? Okay, we'll tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and apply alpha to it, and we're going to jump the gun just a little bit. Hey, thank you for the stretch, David. Oh, as I hit my rabbit ears. What time is it? We got 15 minutes before our soft cap. I think we might make time today. Oh, no, I want to make a demon. I am going to make a demon. I said I was going to make a demon. I really want to make a demon. We're making a demon today. I have a cute idea for what I want the demon to look like, so I'm going to make a demon. We're all going to witness it. Okay, so I think I've made a bad candle, is what I've done. I think we've all witnessed a bad-looking candle, which is a real shame when you start to think about it. Yeah, bad candle. Man. I really wanted there to be more of this. What if we put the alpha here? What? Why is it blue? What? Huh. Okay, strange. I'm going to invert that real quick, make sure that works. Big yikes. Okay, I guess we're not doing that. This is what we have to work with. All right, this is looking pretty weird. You know what? I'm just going to say that's probably got to be it. I think I don't care that much. We'll set the base color to black so that the intensity looks as good as possible. And I'll set that emission strength just a little bit higher to give it that look. And I think I'm just going to call it there. I think that's what the fire looks like. It's a shame. I didn't want it to look like that, but she'll manage. She'll manage just fine. Oh, look how bad it looks. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Okay, let's make a candle. So, candles, pretty easy. It looks okay. That's how I know you're buttering me up. That's how I know that that's not the most genuine opinion in the world. I don't think it looks that good. It's fine. The rest of it looks good. I'm okay with like the rest of the sketch. That doesn't look very good. Okay, so we want really subtle looking candles. Now, do I want yellows or blues? I always prefer blues. So we're going to do HSV far. And we're going to grab this up, and we're going to go to like a 0.8. 0.8 will do. You said okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Not everything can be golden, especially if you're only working in 2 hours. I mean, this is 2 hours of work. I'm not upset. I'm not upset for 2 hours of work. Like, we're fine. I'm not about to, like, go throw this in my game and say, like, this is the best thing ever made. Like, we're cool. Problem solved. Ain't no worries. Let's add streaks to this. I think that's just going to be way more interesting. I hate to get too weird with it. Why is that not working? Why is that doing nothing? Why is that doing nothing? Okay, well, there's just like the hint of a streak going through here, which is actually kind of cool. Color that kind of cool. Okay, I can live with that. Now, what we're going to want to do is add some underglow, so some subsurface set to the flame color. And the subsurface has to be made higher. That is way too high. Like 0.3. There we go. Nice, warm little subsurface. And now I should be able to grab each of these guys. There we go. And now we got ourselves some candles floating up in the little setting here. We can make them a little bit glossy. I don't think I care too much about that. Are those good-looking candles? I don't know if they're great. Man, I'm having a hard time with this one. This one's proving to be pretty tough. These candles, I thought the candles were going to be the easiest part of the day, but they're choosing to not be easy for us. It's been kind of a quiet day, if I'm being perfectly honest. I think I might not be in the top mindset for it, which is fine. But it's been a very quiet day. That looks good. That looks good. Cool. Okay. And then we're going to drop that down to something a little bit more reasonable. Problem child candles? Yeah. Problem child candles. That's what it is. That's what it comes down to. Someone had to make some problem child candles, and I guess it was me. Everyone's hungover? Definitely. Today is hangover day. It's always a roll of the dice with chat, which is kind of cool. Every time I approach stream, I don't know what I'm going to get. It's always random. Okay, it looks a little better. I'm actually kind of a fan of this. It looks a little lumpy and weird, but I mean, I'm lumpy and weird. Whatever. Boom. Okay. Lighting is going to be the next part, but let's make a demon. Actually, let's do the lighting first. Let's do all the lighting stuff first. So let's get into our world setup. And we're going to want some stars. So city at night, I think, is our main guy. Nope, too much. Too many bright lights. Lumpy and weird is cute. Just the energy. Just the lumpy, weird energy. I think it'd be kind of cool to do this and set the moon to be like this really bright object. Okay, so that's the general vibe of what I'm feeling. Now what we need to do is push that moon up so that it's not just like in the middle of this. That looks about correct. I kind of want the sky to be darker. Okay, sky's gonna be darker. And I'm gonna add a spotlight in here to really show off what we're doing. I don't like doing lighting too much. I stay away from lighting as much as possible. I know that's what people who are good at Blender do, and I'm not one of them, but I don't love lights. My rationality behind not liking lights is that when I port things to games, I'm not going to have the lights anyway. I know that's not a productive way to feel about the world. You're bonking me for not liking lights? Am I really getting bonked out here today? Let's get like a nice glow. Oh, that looks good. Look at that. The lumpiness is a little too much, honestly. But the glow is out of this world. Now, why is it being weird? Oh no. Oh no. I see a problem. I got bonked a bunch. Get bonked, bunny boy. You know what? I didn't sign up for this. Okay, better. There are just little shadows here, which I guess is cool. We're gonna crash? Nope. No crash. Let's see what this does. Look at everyone being nice in chat. Y'all are too good. Okay, so we're gonna keep it like that. That looks really good, and now we just need to come to this guy and drop down that bump. There we go. Boom. Done. That actually looks a lot better now. Even the fire looks better now. How am I? I'm panicking a little bit. I don't know why. This isn't that serious, but I think I've been pretty pleased with what I've been making lately. I've been pretty happy with what I've been making lately. And this one's just not doing it for me. Just kind of a random sketch. I don't know. I don't love this sketch, is what I'm saying. It's not bad. I'm not asking for sympathy or anything like that. We're fine. But it's just lacking a little bit. There's something missing here. But let's make a demon and we'll call it a day. So let's make a little demon. When you think of a demon, what do you think of? I've been making very particular kinds of demons lately. Do I want to make that same one? I think I want to make like a bird. She's been launching herself at your mirror over and over. That sounds not good. That sounds bad for the cat. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna make a bird. We're gonna make a bird little guy. We're gonna make a little raven something or other. Big thick devil daddy. Nope, not doing that. That's gonna be a no. That's a no from me, dog. Okay, so looking at this and just knowing what we're up to, here's the general idea. We got a little bird. Look at him. Okay, I can live with this. We're gonna have like a little plague doctor kind of guy. A little cutie. Everybody likes a little cutie. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just really... I'm gonna really double down on this idea. We're gonna do that. We're gonna grab you, and we're gonna go ahead and do a sharp rotation on this. And we'll feel it. Saf's being a busy bee, as per the norm. So we like to see around here. We like to see people being productive. Within reason, of course. You got to take good care of yourself. Okay, here's my little plague doctor. Little plaguey. You know what? I don't care about that part. That part looks good. That part looks fine. Actually, it doesn't look great. All right, so we're going to up that just a little bit to give us some dimension. Round out some of those hard edges. I don't love the way this little tip looks, but I think it'll be fine. Okay, let's give him a big old eye. Almond break. What are we talking about? All right, let's go back to 0. Let's push this guy on up. Push him out. Drawing of Ellie, I'm calling the Devil's Wife, because Strahd is also the devil in the campaign. So, anybody who doesn't know Saf, I don't know if Saf would like to say this or not, but Saf has a little thing for Strahd. Just kind of a little thing. Look at him. Oh, I don't love the way he looks. What if I subsurface this or subdivide this? What happens? I don't love the way this looks. That looks better. Okay, I can live with that. So we got ourselves bird, demon, skull. Bird, demon, eye. Let's put a little mirror on there. You don't need to be calling me out like this. I mean, you said it in chat. I'm just making it real. Someone had to do it. Okay, little bird guy. Little bird boy. Now we want to finalize it. I've done this a lot, but I have some new techniques now that I think will make this a little bit better than previous. What the heck? Oh, I have that turned on. That freaked me out. We're gonna do a little bit of this. You know what? I don't need to worry about that yet. We're going to extrude once, go up, bring that down, and then this guy can get rotated just a little bit to match. Just a little bit. I think I need more squishmallows. Wow, we are all over the place today. What a day. Oh, he looks so good. Okay. All right, all right, all right, all right. Big fan. Big fan of this. Big fan of this boy. Grab you, grab you. We're going to join. We're going to turn you sideways a little bit, so the camera can get a look at you. And then now we're going to separate loose parts. And now the robe gets a lovely little bit of sculpting. Doesn't need to be that crazy. And we're going to go ahead and just do some stuff to it. Make him look real. Make him look like a boy. I'd hate to put a single subdivision on here, but I think I will. Yes, I will. There we go. Now he's got his weird little constrained look. He's clipping through the floor just a little bit more than I would appreciate. So we'll do that. And let's do this. Okay, final shaders. So we should have ourselves a black sort of robe. And the robe should be like high sheen, even maybe a little bit metallic. Like really high specular, really high sheen. Sheen tint is high, specular tint is high. Roughness, I'm okay with dropping a little bit. Metallic is up a little bit. Oh, look at him. He is creepy. All right, is this who you wanted to summon today? Is this who we were expecting? Because this is who I was expecting. Were you expecting guests? Okay, now the skull is going to be Raven Skull. And he needs to be like pitch black. I was almost thinking of doing like a holdout texture, but I don't think that's a good idea. Like almost utterly black. Very, very dark looking. Maybe some clear coat to give him that sort of glossy look. Oh. What a creep. Yeah, he's fine, just the way he is. We're gonna grab those two and join them together to be the eyes, and we'll just call them eyes because I don't care to think too much about it at this point. Do I want Fresnel or do I want them just to be solid? I think I just want them to be solid. Just solid eyeballs. There he is. No, actually, I do want to have a little bit of interesting articulation to that. So we're going to put that up a little bit. We'll do that. We'll do sheen at max. Specular, maybe a transmission with some good amount of roughness. Clear coat with some roughness. Okay, and now we just have to finish the look by giving him some sort of weird texture in his eyeball. How shall we do this? I'm going to go out of my way and say that this guy can be you and this guy can be red. And we can pop in maybe some sort of magic texture. Which means that this should be a little bit lighter. Too light. 0.55. There we go. So we'll scale that down. We'll up that distortion quite a bit. And we'll change that depth. Does that look right? I think that looks bad. I think it looked cooler before. .51. Just the slightest little difference here. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we're done. I think this is my Summoning Circle moon guy. How do we feel? Did I salvage it? I have a feeling I salvaged it. I have a feeling that I managed to salvage it just a little bit here at the end. I think it's cool. Is there anything else I want to add? We got some smileys, some lovely little smileys. Oh, they're candles. I think he looks good. I think he's a creep. I look at this and I think that's some Halloween energy right there. The bay window looks pretty good. The wallpaper doesn't. The candles actually look pretty good from this angle. The magic circle is very weird and cool. Actually, let's take it one step further. Let's add bloom. Let's add bloom with some higher intensity. And maybe drop that radius just a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna go really dreamy on this guy. Get him looking like a dream. The magic circle really, I wish it was more. There we go. There we go. There we go. And now we just need to cut this little white line out of it. There we go. Is this the most like vaporwave, overly intense looking thing I've ever made? I think so, but I like it a lot. Do I want to add depth of field onto his body? You know what? The bloom is way too high. There we go. Better. No, I'm not going to add depth of field. As cool as I think depth of field would be, I'm going to add depth of field. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's a sucker for his own setup. He's going to add depth of field. The depth of field is going to focus on the second part of the bird demon eye, and it's going to get a little bit... I just want to blur that moon in the background. Just blur that moon out a little bit. If you get too much, it gets like really weird. Oh. Kind of a vibe. Sort of ruins the work that I've done, but it does look cool. You know what? That's good. I'm taking it right there. That's done. I'm over it. I'm done. What a weird sketch this has been. What a drag through the sand this has felt like. This has been one of the harder ones I've had to do for a while. I thought this was going to be easy. I had a feeling this was going to be an easy sketch today. Lo and behold, here we are. Lo and behold, we're here. We've done it. We've finished. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of this and send it off to the Discord, Instagram when we are ready to go. But in the meantime, I am going to go send a raid to somebody. I feel like we don't have a lot of people watching today, so I think it's going to be kind of a small raid, but that's okay. A little bit of love goes a long way. As per the norm, I'm going to say, please just go say hi to whoever we're raiding. Go send him some love. And we'll catch you on the other side. You know we haven't raided in a while? I think we haven't raided Ratlord. I might have raided Ratlord last week and I forgot about it, and if that's the case, oh well. They'll get a double raid. But let's go raid Ratlord. So with that, I will check off my